So today's contemplation is around the 43rd gene key. Now the 43rd gene key, for those that don't know the gene keys, is an aspect in our genetic makeup that governs our capacity to be open to new ideas and see things from very unique individual perspectives, or whether we're shutting down through fear and becoming deaf to new ways, getting stuck in very tribal, dogmatic belief systems in a sense. And it's through the gift of insight, which is about creating the environment for breakthroughs, that we are able to pull ourselves out of that deafness. And part of that is letting go of needing to control everything. You know, that's the shadow nature. Deafness happens in our lives, both personally and collectively, when we are scared of the unknown. Look at the religions, look at all these things. When people get scared, when people get shaken up, and when their lives are in terror, you know, then they turn to religion, they turn to a belief system. That includes New Age spirituality. When we are in a process of change and transformation and there's too many moving parts, we turn to grab onto something. Now the deafness happens when we hold onto that too tightly. You know, like they say, when we take these belief systems, we take these kinds of insights, and instead of taking them to transform in the moment and continue moving forwards, open and listening to what's new, instead what happens is we get this insight, we get some spiritual insight or some religion or a scientific, you know, dogma, because science is, you know, a lot of scientists are, you know, basically living a dogmatic religion in the way they hold on to their science, saying that, no, we know now, it's not changing, that's what it is, that's all there is. That's a religion. True science is skepticism, healthy skepticism, where even their own beliefs are open to be debated, to be changed and transformed. You know, it's about, true science is about being in a permanent state of the unknown. You know, accepting, well, this is what I understand now, this is what I can see now, but let's see where it goes. Let's see what changes. Let's see what new concepts and ideas come in. So the 43rd gene key is about, you know, true science. It's about letting go of needing to know what is absolute truth, letting go of needing to know exactly how things are and where they're going to go and how they're going to play out. And that's how we let go of, you know, these insights. We can take them, we can receive an insight, but we don't turn it into an anchor that holds us in one place. And it's like they talk about with so many spirituality pathways, you know, where we mistake the raft for the destination. You know, your religion, your spirituality, your science, whatever it is, it might be a raft that's getting you across the bridge and the chasm of the unknown, making you feel safe to start taking some steps, but it's still just the raft. And we need to continue going past the raft. And sometimes you fall out of it and you need to learn to swim on your own. So the 43rd gene key that we're moving through over the next 5 days is all about creating an environment for breakthrough by letting go of everything that you think you know, being open to question and say, hey, I thought this was the direction I'm going in. I thought this was who I am. I thought this was a belief system that was so important to me. I thought that person was like that. But what if they're not? Being open to the idea that things may be different to what you perceive. And the more you can open yourself and let go of what you think you are and how things are supposed to be, the more you open yourself to these brilliant ideas, these epiphanies. Like all great scientists of the past, their breakthrough moments did not happen while they were madly scrolling with their numbers and reading books and everyone else's old information. It was after they'd consumed that complexity and then let it go and allowed the simplicity of life itself to move through them. And it was in that process of simplicity, in the shower, as the water drops hit their face and ran down their body, and they let go into that sensation, that all of that complexity was able to swirl around and find its way together and connect. And that's when the breakthrough happens. When the complexity becomes simple. And it can only happen through bringing ourselves back into our bodies, back into the human experience, using our hands. You know, it's the breakthrough when the apple drops on their head. Playing with children, you know, at your job, just doing work, whatever your life has. It's when we let go of trying to know, but instead embody this art of contemplation, where we simply gather, these experiences, we gather knowledge, we put it into these beautiful vessels, these contemplative vessels we call the human body. And then we just go about our lives, letting go of needing to control it and just bringing awareness into witnessing it. And that's when you start seeing that all those different parts of your life that you thought were separate suddenly begin to connect. And as they begin to connect, they begin to activate this higher truth, this greater hero's adventure ahead that's just waiting for you to explore.